Today on Dad Hut, we're talking about beer gadgets, and are they worth it? Let's go! What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please think about subscribing for all the future Dad Hut videos. Today, we're taking a look at beer gadgets. I've got 4 beer gadgets here that are some of the most popular ones that you can find off Amazon. We're going to take a look at them, see if they're worth the price, and do they actually do what they say they can do, and is it worth it to buy them? I mean, let's take a look. Alright, so the first one here that we're going to look at is the cap gun. And it pretty much does what it says. It shoots the bottle cap of your beer like a gun. It is also a bottle opener, but I don't think its main purpose is going to be used for that. It does feel kind of plasticky and weak to do that. If you've got like one of your gym bras, it always has the shirt that's like, "Do you even lift, bro?" And he's trying to open beers with this thing, he's probably going to snap it. So, just keep that in mind. So it is pretty easy to use. You just pull back there on the lever and it locks in place and you're pretty much ready to shoot your beer bottle. Now, as far as the distance that this thing goes, I would say 6 to 8 feet. It doesn't shoot pretty far. You're not going to hit your buddy from across the room or be able to like shoot it in your backyard and land it in your backyard trash can or anything like that. So, you're gonna have to be pretty close to shoot this thing at, somebody or into something. It doesn't really have a whole heck of a lot of distance to it. So this thing here will run you about $9 off Amazon. There are a bunch of other copycat ones out there, and they're all very similar as far as price goes. So is it worth it? It's a fun little, novelty thing. I wouldn't use this as a regular beer bottle opener. It just feels not strong enough to do that. Yeah, I guess I would buy it just to have as a funny gift because it is only like $9. But do I see myself using this a lot? No. But if you have a bunch of parties in your backyard or something and you have a bunch of these and you pass them out, then maybe there's some fun involved there. But as far as a regular use for this, I don't think so. All right, next up, we've got the Beersy, and these are these little silicone covers that slide over your beer and they can hide your beer. And if you haven't already checked out my full review of these, I will link it up here somewhere and also down in the description so you can see a full review on the Beersy. But these things are gonna run you about 10 bucks a piece. So they're not cheap. But I think they're worth it. I think, I've already used, especially this Mountain Brew one, quite a bit just to like hide my beer when I was like drinking at a pool at a resort where you weren't supposed to have alcohol down there. But I was like, I'm on vacation. I wanted to enjoy a beer. You could also take this into like some place that's like making you buy their beer at like $6 or $7 a pop, and if you could just somehow sneak your own in and then just walk around casually with this on, you're going to be good to go. I will say some are better than the others. Like I said, the Mountain Brew one is probably my favorite. Like they have this Dr. Pepper one, which I don't really like. I don't think it looks that much like the Dr. Pepper one. But they're not all winners, but they do have them for your standard 12-ounce can. They have them for White Claws. They have them for the Coors Light tall and thin ones, the Michelob Ultras. So they pretty much have one to fit your needs, depend on what your favorite drink is. I definitely think it's worth it to get one, but make sure you pick one that looks the most like the real product. I, again, recommend the Mountain Dew or the Orange Crush one because I think they look the most like the real product. All right, next up, we've got the most expensive item on this list, and that is the Bear Claw. It comes in this cool little pouch and everything, and this definitely has the highest quality to it. It is heavy for its size. It's nice and shiny, feels well made. It's got a lot of quality to it, but it is $20 for a little opener. Now, I do not recommend buying this to just open beer bottles. That is not what this is for. Can you do that? Yes. But primarily, this is for shotgunning beers. This will make the perfect hole for you to shotgun beers. Now, if that's something you find yourself doing a lot, then this product might actually be worth it. If you like live in a frat house and all your bros shotgun beers every weekend, and you don't want to take your key like I had to do old school. Back in my day, I had to take a key and smash it down into the beer. Beer goes flying everywhere, and it only makes like a tiny hole, so then you kind of gotta mess with it and open it a little bit. But me being almost 40, married with 2 kids, I don't shotgun beers that much anymore. So this isn't something I would use on a regular basis. But if you are walking around shotgunning beers all the time, then this would be perfect to put on your keychain. So, but for $20, I mean, it's really not gonna be useful to a lot of us that aren't shotgunning beers on a regular. So, very specific use, very high quality, but very expensive. So, I think only you can answer that question of whether this is worth it for you or not. It does make a really nice hole for shotgunning beers, makes it very easy. But again, if you don't shotgun beers very often, then this is gonna sit and collect dust. Comes in a cool pouch, like I said, and very nice, very well designed, very high quality, but pricey. All right, last but not least, we've got the Topless Beer Can Opener thingamajig. I'm not sure exactly what they call this thing. There are several of them out there on Amazon to buy, different kind of brands, but they all do the same thing. What they do is they will take the top off of your beer can and basically make your beer can into a cup. This is great if you have like, a Corona or like a Pacifico and you want to put a lime in there and just put it on the edge of the can, or maybe you're drinking a Blue Moon and you want to put like a slice of an orange or something in there or on there. Typically that's not something I do, but I know there are a lot of people that do like that, so that is one way to do that. Obviously, if you have a cup, you could just pour it into a cup and do that. But I guess, if you don't have a cup and it's easier to carry just this thing around, then maybe that works for you. It is kind of cool to drink out of a beer can with the whole lid off. I don't know if I would do it every time I was gonna drink out of a can, but it is kind of cool for the first couple times. I don't know if that will last, months from now, being like, okay, I'm gonna drink out of a can, I've got to take the top off again and again and again. So it's kind of a novelty thing. Again, like I said, if you're drinking something where you want to put something in it, a fruit or something extra in your beer, then yeah, I think it's okay for then. I will say it doesn't always come off clean, the whole cut. Sometimes it's like, when you open up like a can of soup or something, you've got just that little part that's still hanging on and you kind of have to twist it and turn it, and then that could kind of create like a little bit of a sharp edge. I've rubbed my finger in there and it didn't cut me or anything like that, but you do have to kind of watch out for like that one part where it's still connected. That could cut you if you were somehow tonguing your beer or whatever. Whatever, you tongue your beer, that's your business. I don't want to get involved in that. I think it's worth it. Again, this was, how much was this? This was $10 on Amazon. So not too expensive. Fun for the right occasion. Again, if you're having, Coronas and you didn't buy bottles for some reason, or, like I said, Pacifico, which I like, because I think Corona tastes like piss water. But, if you're drinking Pacifico and you want to put a lime in there or something like that, and you have cans, then sure, I think this would be a cool idea to take them off, maybe in the summertime or something like that. But do I see yourself, using it all the time, even if you're drinking out of cans all the time? No, I don't think so. I think it's, it's a novelty thing for certain occasions. Okay, so that's it. Those are the 4 there that I took a look at. You got the Beersy one, which I highly recommend. You've got the Bear Claw for the shotgun, which if you shotgun beers a lot, then yeah, that's worth it. If not, then pass on it. You've got the top remover, so you can drink out of a can like it's a cup. That's situational, like I said, if you're, drinking something with fruit in it. And then lastly, you have the cap gun, which, it is what it is. It's cheap, it's fun for a couple of seconds, and then you probably will never use it again. But if you get a bunch of them together, maybe you have fun for 10 or 15 minutes shooting bottle caps at each other. So, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for all future Dad Hut videos. I'll see you on the next one, guys.